Good morning. Today is the 6th day of July, 2022, and welcome to my podcast. My name remains Vaso Obasaki, and it's an immense pleasure to be here with you on a beautiful Wednesday like this. I am happy to say that it's another beautiful day for you to enjoy yourself in God's presence and at work, school, home, wherever you're listening to me from. It's another beautiful day. I know a lot of you would say, this guy, God. Yeah, he's my source. So today, we're talking about something I didn't really plan on talking about, but it came to mind while I was on my way to work this morning. I was not sure how to talk about it, but I think right now, I know what really and how to put it. And it's a story actually. I'm going to tell you a story that was told a while ago when I was really much younger. And I hope you get the lesson from it too. So it's a story of love and sacrifice. It's a story of a loss where... Let me just skip to it. Can we skip to the good part? No. Sorry. Okay, so there is this preacher in a church. The pastor was giving, pastors now, they like to give so many kind of stories, illustrations and everything. And he said there was a family rather, two friends, and the friend of one, let's say friend one and friend two, they both went fishing on a boat with father to friend one. And few moments into the fishing, there was a storm. If you really go fishing, you know how far usually people go into the water to get fishes, because you barely get good fishes at the bank of the water. So they went into the water and there was a storm, a very serious storm. And in the course of trying to salvage everything, the boat capsized. And the father to friend one was the one who invited his son and his friend over for the fishing. And both boys could not swim. Not really good swimmers, but when it comes to having storm on water, it's usually very crazy, the tide and everything. And so this father of friend one was split in between saving his son and saving friend two, his son's friend. And then with all the struggles and the pain and everything, trying to see how to get out of there alive and all, the father of friend one tried to save both of them, but he too was sinking. So eventually friend one told his father and said, "Dad, please save my friend." And you know how it's hard for a father to lose a son. But he had no choice than to follow his son's beckon, and he saved friend two. In the course of the story, this is just a shortened version of the story, of course. In the course of the story, the preacher said, I know many of you would assume that I'm trying to preach the story of Jesus, how God saved how God saved us by giving his son, and all that. And he paused for a minute and turned back, looked at one of the elders, I think the head of the church where he was preaching, and he looked at him and he said, "Thank you." And everyone was like, "Okay, what's going on here?" And he said, "That is the man who saved my life." And gave his son's life for me. He would have as well decided to let go of myself and save his son. After all, it's his son. And after all, he could just say anything to be an accident and all. And everywhere was quiet. You could hear the drop of a pin. And he went on to preach and said, there is no love without sacrifice. There is really no love without sacrifice. So many of us want to feel so loved, but we do not want to share. We do not want to give back. We don't want to put in the effort. Some of us will say, "Oh, the person will go." Some of us say, "Oh, we are not sure how long the person will stay for." Some of us say, "Oh, the person doesn't love me." Some of us say, "Oh, you say, oh, we don't know if this person is really into me," or whatever the excuse may be. I just want you to understand that sacrifice is not a two-way thing most times. Sacrifice is what one person decides to do, and acceptance of the sacrifice in form of love is what the other person accepts to do. Many a times we go about our lives thinking we've arrived, we've done everything we can, we throw people away, we abandon people because we feel they don't deserve it and all that. But nobody really does not deserve. There is nobody that does not deserve sacrifices. Even you that are looking at your phone and you're saying, "Oh well, I can't do it." You still deserve to be sacrificed for. You deserve it. Because in the grand scheme of things, everybody is deserving of every other person. Every single person is deserving of every single person. I just want to let you understand that, you may not be able to pay such a huge sacrifice, but the person you're in love with, are you actually making sacrifices for the person? Are you putting in the extra to ensure that person is happy, or that person is safe, or that person is having life easier? Are you saying to that person, "I'm here for you"? There is no love without sacrifice, and there is no sacrifice without love, because you can't just sacrifice when you don't love the person. Maybe you'll be forced to, but you know what I mean. I'm not talking about being forced. I'm talking about actual sacrifice. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I love you, and please always remember, God loves you. Have a good morning.